My gosh, hello everyone.
Oh my
Hi Stella, hi Mega
god.
Man, hi Fire Goldzo. My gosh, we're finally back.
Finally back performing for you.
No words. Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh no.
it has been since King of the Castle.
Uh-huh. That's because I was sent into the crystal for a weekend. Hi Farilla.
Yes. So like it literally so like after February 17, okay, so that Saturday, it was after your sketch stream, and you were all tuckered out, and is natural because you did a shit ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was the 24th, Monday, where you were recovering from being sent into the crystal.
Yeah. But now it's this day, which is good.
hmm Anyway, there's the link. I'm going to pin it.
Yippee!
Go submit things. We already have a couple of things lined up.
Mm-hmm.
But go submit as many as you want. Submit whatever you want. You can submit a word if you want. Just give us things to talk about, okay?
Please. Please. We have so many levels still. um. Here, as we get started here, I think I'm just gonna get right into it.
Mhm.
Because we have time to kill today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to... Hello? There you are. Earlier today, I was looking out my funny little window, because my room has those. Um, I don't know, the nearby middle school is doing, like, basketball practice or something today. Whenever they do, like, a practice or anything, like, all the cars of people waiting to pick up their kids are just, like, lining the street all up and down. It's, like, a different set every time, like, different little arrangement. This time, sitting directly outside of my window this entire morning was a fucking Cybertruck. I'm like, I
Oh
saw, like, it
no!
belonged to, like, one of those families at, like, the practice or game or whatever. I'm like, oh, your kid's getting bullied. Your kid's getting bullied at school because you dropped them off
Oh
in a fucking Cybertruck,
no!
bro.
No! No!
It's
It's
fucked
the
up.
fuck. It's the fucking image of the guy or the video of the guy in like the bathroom stall, and you just like, no, no. We've seen it in some of like Carmen's like silly compilations, I think.
God.
This,
Anyways,
that is
here's the
really fucked
squad.
though. Yeah, 3 foot Johnny.
I got 3 foot Johnny. Don't ask where the third foot is.
Yeah, the potion of instant sadness and regret. Yeah, that one.
Well, let's get right back into it. No, not new challenge. No, wait, no. Get me out of here. I don't want to do the new challenge. I want to. Oh, oh. Get me out of here. Yeah, like that.
You getting dragged into the new challenge?
Wow, a Colosseum. True. This is literally
Oh
Gladiator.
God.
Don't remember the volcano from Gladiator when he has to go up Mount Battle?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you do, because I didn't watch that movie.
Me neither. Why do I have this memory?
Um, uh, look, Pikachu, haha, wow. Look, a funny
Oh!
Pikachu. Wow.
It's Pikachu!
And it's me!
Wow. I love your like Pokemon naming scheme, dear. You just name them the silliest things.
Uh-huh. Fearsome.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you aren't streaming to me, but I don't think it's that important.
Whatever, bruh.
Yeah.
Pikachu is now dirty. You can really see the difference in their like XP groups just by how much their bar goes up.
Hmm.
Aww.
True.
I trained my Chinchou to go aww, aww, aww. Yes, given your background, Samaj, I was almost expecting that you were gonna make like an Elder Scrolls 1 joke about that.
Also, fucking somebody commented on my DA today. Commented on my profile
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Hey, quick question. Would you ever consider doing a separate folder for Indiegogo art?" And I'm just like, "Huh? Why?"
Like separate from the rest of the usual suspects?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they mean like separate from the usual suspects. They just mean like I mean, I don't think they even like know who the usual suspects are. They just know Indiegogo because they're a drifter.
They're a tourist.
Mm-hmm. Somebody, okay, so on the image of Gato and Corey, you know, Alex and Corey when he accidentally went Gato mode,
Yeah.
um, somebody also commented, how does the public feel about this guy? And I don't know. Here, before we get into the questions, I'll just tell you my DA comments I received.
Cool. I mean, you
I
can
just like,
tell them the people like the usual suspects. The cops do not.
gosh. Feud fuss? People need some Gato to lean on. Hi, Mew.
Hi, hello, waving, hello.
Granted, Colosseum is a cooler word, but it ain't called Elder Scrolls Colosseum or the Imperial City Colosseum.
It should.
I love team building. I
And they
haven't
should
even.
call the next Elder Scrolls Gale of Darkness.
I love team building. I haven't even gotten past 5 seconds of XD, and I've already indulged in building a very funny, only somewhat rain-focused team. And by that, I mean I guess it kind of benefits from rain. Also,
Also,
Vigoroth's
Feud
icon looks
Cross.
like he's pogging.
True. And Spinda is Spinda.
Ah! I can't take XD as a name seriously because it does just look like you are laughing.
Yeah, I always say Gale of Darkness. Hey, hey! Right, Pokemon XD Gale of Rafflecopter.
Oh my fucking god. The same person, I guess because I did not reply to them immediately, the same person went on a recent piece of art on my DA and said, hey, I know this doesn't have anything to do with this post, but I just wanted to ask if you could make a folder in your gallery for Indiegogo art. What is your problem?
What is your problem, bro? Like, I get it.
I'm
You're
not even
not
gonna...
normal for this man. Like, none of us are. But, like, come on now. Oh my gosh, the first time in the fucking history of Pokemon that mud sport has been useful. You should make, like, I think you could, like, make a page on your website for the usual suspects.
I mean, yeah, but like ultimately, it feels like more of like your project that I'm participating in rather than my project.
Shrug. I don't have a website. And I don't have your usual suspects art on my gallery.
I suppose.
But
I
you
do
do
think it
have
would be.
my sports ladies art on your website.
Because I have like everybody's art that they've done.
Yeah, so you can just get
I mean,
everyone's
maybe.
usual suspects art.
Yeah. So yeah, here. So I guess I can like copy over the templates, and we could outright make a page, and this would also allow us to make pages for some of the other characters too.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Gato would probably be considered a grass type akin to Cherubi.
Oh, hi, Centaur.
Same
Thank you
with
for
Bella Rosa.
subscribing.
Oh my gosh. Yay! Get scared! Get scared!
Yes, yeah, I guess. Oh. Somebody said, "Aw, he's taken,"
Nah.
to Gato, and I told them that. I think it was the person who said he was boyfriend material, and I was like, "Yeah, pretty good that he is, given he and Corey are boyfriends."
Got him. Fucking got him.
Fucking Gato.
Got home.
You know, I had to Gato it to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stabilize a little freak.
I just saw it. You know what? Like, nah.
He goes. Oh, oh, head hurt. I mean, when I'm so fucking smart, my brain is huge, full of wrinkles, and every wrinkle contains a secret.
I fucking love your phrasing, dear.
Yeah, baba.
Abba baba.
Ah, baba.
Abba. Abba baba baba. Abba baba baba.
Fucking bootleg usual suspects merch would go crazy.
God.
It's all about guts. Yeah, when you're talking to Nigato, yeah.
His guts his biggest asset.
Uh-huh.
I just do, and it is like really funny to me as well, because like thinking about that and how like that would probably feel to like see like they're selling a points. They're selling toys of a blue cat. Looks a lot like me. Do you guys seeing this? I'm not going crazy, right?
You know, why they pick him in particular and not one of, like, Bunite, who has been around for longer and has more of a reputation?
They turned the corner. There's Bunite toys.
Oh, fuck.
This is like a fucked up villain whose like ability is like making toy versions of
Ooh.
toy. They're making like toy versions of like people. It can turn any group, any person into like a little group of minions.
I don't like that that happens, Mew.
God.
I don't know what you're talking about, Zamaja. It makes way more sense that it ends in Golem.
Yeah, I'm not sure it necessarily makes sense that it turns into a snake.
Yeah,
I think... Yeah.
because now it's still like a round rock guy. He has like 2 less arms, but that's better than him having no arms now.
I think the more fucked up thing to me is simply that it like doesn't like it that it's called Golem when we now have a Golem Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like it now doesn't really make all that much sense when we literally have Golurk. Of course, they couldn't call it Golem
Zamaja,
because
Onyx has the same eyes as Geodude and Graveler because a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon have the exact same eyes.
yeah, that's just kind of
That's
the
part of being a Gen 1 Pokemon, is that you just kind of have your eyes look like that.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. The bears.
The beers.
The bears.
Oh, chilly. It's very chilly for your first miles.
Oh.
Hi, Nack.
Hi, Knack. Hi, Nyan.
Would be funny though if your fucking final stage had such terrible stats.
Yeah, that is the thing is that, like, Onyx was just, before, not counting Steelix, which was introduced the next generation, Onyx was just, like, a solo guy.
The Magic Golem is just it went from being a big rock to a rock covered in rocks. So that's the development
Mm-hmm.
there.
I think the main weird thing about Golem to me is just the fact that it suddenly gains like a more like reptilian head shape compared
Yeah.
to it being a very like cartoony, just like living rock. That's like the hang up that I have with like Golem. But I still love Golem. Golem is one of my favorite Pokemon. Or at least a Pokemon that I would consider that I have fondness for, just because I think it's pretty neat. It's just one of those things where it's like I feel like that did not quite if there was like theming there, which I mean the thing is it was a Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah,
I
there
think
was
they
no
were not
theming back then.
they just had things evolve into things and it just kind of was like that.
Pokemon just kind of changed randomly, and like they just kind of had random ass names.
I mean the thing is as well as I think it is like explained in like the lore of some of the early Pokemon games that like oh it's because you traded a Pokemon and the DNA got spliced with the other one or whatever. And like I don't know, something like that.
Shrunk. I know not, Millige. I know not.
Mm-hmm.
Big snake funny. The big snake is funny. This is of great concern to the fox. I like that Ampharos is so Muppet-like.
Yeah. Haunter's design does go hard.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Want to
I
know a
honestly
design?
think.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. No, you go ahead.
You want to know a design that goes fucking hard, like goes quickly becoming one of my favorite Pokemon, Pangoro.
Yeah.
The world's most Gen 5, Gen 6 Pokemon ever made.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Um, it's very good. It's very good. I'm glad that Pangoro is like Pancham after it learned to stop being homophobic and then became more powerful than ever.
You need to
Stop.
have a fucking bad influence in the party or else it won't evolve into Pangoro.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think about what Pokemon I've been coming around to lately, because like Spinda is definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think part of me is like I always really like Lopunny, but now I'm like way more willing to like admit that like Lopunny just like is one of my favorite Pokemon, and not like, oh, I like it, but it's I didn't want to be like seen as like a weird person, but now I'm fully a weird person, so.
And I'm a weird person on the internet. Fucking.
Wow.
It's bold of you, Samaja, to call conspiracy, to make the claim that, like, so not only that so many people were thinking about this Gen 1 design, but, like, that one person even was really fully considering any design choice about Gen 1. Like, that game was such
Yeah.
a shit show. It was supposed to be a fucking holiday 1995 release. It got pushed back 3 fucking months because they had no idea what they were doing.
Gosh. Yeah, it's like I have a friend who was like 14 when it was when in 1995, and like she talked about how like, oh yeah, it was kind of like anticipated over in like the States when it came out in like Japan. He was like wondering like, oh yeah, when are we gonna get that? And it was not like a big fervor over there, but it was like they heard about it. It's like, oh yeah, there's this new game in Japan called Pokemon.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh wow. Wowee. And yeah, and then of course they didn't get it in North America until 98. Yeah, that's why Pokemon Day is February 27th, because while it couldn't release for holiday 95, they just delayed it by like 2 months, and so it ended up releasing February 27th, 96.
Yeah.
Gosh, really think about the fact that Pokemon first released on the Game Boy, before the N64. I need to look at this. I never thought about that before, but yeah, June 23, 1996 is when the N64 released in Japan. Pokemon was February 1996. That's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Right.
There's like no Pokemon games on the SNES because, of course, any new efforts to develop anything would have gone to the N64. Yeah, next year's gonna be its 30th.
Yeah, which is
Which
probably
is
when they're gonna announce Gen 10.
Yeah, thank fucking God that they didn't announce it this year.
Uh-huh.
Genuinely, I think that gives me a lot of high hopes for
I'm
Generation
sorry,
10.
Samaja, but right now we're in, like, late stage Generation 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it started with it. Here's a fight to one. It's all your cell phone and Christmas secrets at it.
God. God, yeah, Generation 10. I genuinely wonder what they're going to do. You can never quite predict what Pokemon will do.
It just goes to show you never know what will happen in a Pokemon battle.
Look, I would have never anticipated that Generation 8 would have had the gimmick of battling beat Pokemon get large. And I would
Yeah.
never have predicted that Gen 9 would have had the gimmick be that your Pokemon turns bright, shiny like rock and gets a cool hat.
Mm-hmm.
Steel and Dark both kind of fight for our fave spot. You love Gen 2, I guess. You are a Generation 2 lover.
I'm so sorry.
Generation 2 has some of the best, has some of the best things in it. Unfortunately, you have to play Gen 2 to experience them.
Yeah.
The everything else about Gen 2 sucks so bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of flying types. I'm a big fan of ghost types. I feel like ghosts... Oh, sorry. I was just saying I feel like Ghost has a pretty good track record. Anyway, you go ahead.
Yeah, Ghost is cool. My favorite is ground type.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know water is like the most popular, like most plentiful type, but I do like a lot of water types.
Hi, Ease.
Hi,
waving.
Ease.
Waving down at you.
Looking down.
Pathetic.
Huh, didn't see you there. We finally caught a Colosseum stream. Yeah.
Wow.
Zamaja, I hate to break it to you, Generation 5 started 15 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, here's my one, like, complaint that I'll just, like, give off the cuff about Generation 5, and it's not even about the generations themselves, it's about the people. I feel like a lot of Gen 5 fans act still like Gen 5 is some hidden gem that was underappreciated upon release. Bro, Gen 5 has been like the most popular generation for more than a decade at this point.
I think it's no, like... It is no question nowadays that Gen 5 rocks.
They have the melee gene.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're so right. Like, I don't hate Gen 5 or think that, like, Gen 5 is bad. Like, I'm not trying to be contrarian. I just don't like when people, like,
I'm sorry, but, like, having Gen 5 be your fave is not activism.
It is not activism, it's the norm. It's just kind of the norm. Gen 5 Violet Heart is black, white, black 2, and white 2. No, our oppressed magnum opus that we made our entire personality is being attacked! Ah!
Ah!
Hey, have you heard of this underappreciated gem? Holds up Mario 64.
Right?
I swear I've seen at least somebody say that, though. It's like, man, this game is really underappreciated. Like, bro, it's Mario 64. What rock have you been living under? But yeah. Like, I don't know. I just, like... That's my main problem, is you can be a fan of whatever you want, just please act appropriately about its popularity. Like, it's fine if you just, like, didn't happen to know, but...
But people, like, love the narrative.
Yeah. My first was Platinum. My first was Soul Silver, but then I played Platinum soon after. Platinum, I think, still the one I'd call my favorite. Frankly, I never really clicked with either Gen 5 game. Like, I get why people love them a lot, but I've just never been able to wrap around them in the same way everyone else.
Let's fucking go! Earthquake time,
like,
baby!
I think... I also, like, agree that, like, Gen 5 has, like, a really good narrative. I think Gen 5 was some of the most, at the very least, black and white, like, original. was some of the more bold in terms of where it took its like story and like how that affected gameplay and stuff. But I think it just like it doesn't tickle my brain in the exact way that it tickles other people.
No, no, it tickles my brain like hella well. I
Uh-huh.
love
It's
that
just
shit. I eat it up.
yum yum yum.
Yummy, yummy, Gem 5. More, please.
Yeah. You hold out your bowl. I pour cartridges into it. They're floating on the water. You slurp up your black white 2 noodles.
Yum, yum.
Yummy, yummy,
Like,
yummy.
fuck, dude. Like, both of their regional dexes are just, like, really well crafted. Like, you just have so many fun, different team building options.
Yeah. Like that, I think that is like kind of touching on what I feel, Stella, is that like they aren't the only games with like powerful narratives. They were kind of like the first games with like some of the more like hard-hitting storytelling. But like Gen 7 and Gen 9 both kind of have that. Given that the 5, 7, and 9 are the ones with more hard-hitting stories, it kind of makes me worried that Gen 10 is going to completely fall flat.
You just don't care anymore?
Gen 7's narrative is bonkers, insane, and awesome as long as you pretend Ultra doesn't exist. Yeah, I've heard Ultra fucked it up. I think that the problem with Gen 7 and Gen 9 just can be that they feel a bit slower paced, especially like in like dialogue and stuff. I mean, consider the fact that you now have to like witness like 3D animation rather than 2D sprites. It
like,
feels like
the way that Gen 7, like, structures its, like, cutscenes and stuff, it feels like there's, I recall, like, there being too much time just sitting around waiting for the next text box to show up. Like, it really
yeah.
drags out what is already a very story-heavy game.
Like, I think that, like, in theory, if like, Pokemon never went 3D, people would, like, appreciate Sun and Moon's story a lot more, because I feel like it's on par with, like, Gen 5. Ultra fucks it up to an immoral degree that goes, child abuse is okay as long as you were protecting them, whereas Gen 7 Part 1 has actual nuance and treats that shit seriously. Yeah. I did also really enjoy Scarlet Violet's like story. I really enjoy that it
I have
has
yet
like
to
3.
experience it.
Yeah, I just was gonna, you know, don't say too much about it, y'all. I was just gonna say I like that it has like 3 separate threads that come together. I enjoy that. Yeah, don't spoil anything for Viola, because she is like actually going through Gen 8 and Gen 9 for the first time. So far, she's still in Gen 8, but you know.
Because I've been spending a lot of time just, like, dicking around in the wild areas and dicking around in the wild areas, like, just looking for funny little Pokemon to catch.
Yeah. Gen 8 I also liked, but I would not say I liked it for the story. I liked it more for the fact that it was a fun time catching Pokemon. Anyone who did not understand that arc absolutely played with their eyes closed, and I blow them up with my mind.
My psionic warriors.
My boo-boo bears seal the psionic warrior beneath the earth at once.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, Scarlet and Violet, I will forever have the opinion that Scarlet and Violet are the best Pokemon games if they came out in 2023 instead of 2022.
At least Legends ZA looks like it's going to have not PS2 looking cityscapes in it.
Yeah. Well, you know, Legend ZA is like entirely in a city, so they better not have the fucking Scarlet Violet cities.
Yeah.
That's like one big complaint I do have about Scarlet Violet, and that's probably entirely because of the limitations that was imposed on the tighter development cycle. I
The
mean, yeah, no, like,
issue,
that's the
Draga,
thing.
is not the existence of... Oh my god, he fucking just sitting there every turn. Holy shit, I've been paralyzed like 3 times in a row. Anyways, fucking... The issue isn't the existence of PS2 graphics, it's the fact that it doesn't, like, look... You know, like, if the rest of the game looked like a PS2 game, then it would have been fine.
It would have been stylized.
If the rest of the game looked like a PS2 game, then nobody would have cared. But specifically because parts of the game just look way worse than others, it's like, ugh. Yeah. It just makes it feel icky. Like, why am I looking at this?
Yeah.
You clearly want to show me something different.
Yeah. Also, Draga, I think Looker, like, got killed by a Los Angeles gang or something. I don't think
Oh
he's
no, they
alive
took him
anymore.
out! Markiplier, no!
Markiplier and Looker! Looker was talking to Markiplier, the LA gang's got
Lookerplier.
both of them!
Lookerplier. No.
Ah, found dead in Miami because the Los Angeles gangs got him. Yeah.
Yep. That's how it works.
Uh-huh. Looker got caught up in the interdimensional portal subplots. I think the main thing is that they probably just don't really have much they feel like they've probably just done enough with Looker. They want to move on.
Wait
God,
a minute, we don't want to have the fucking players be friends with a cop.
God, I fucking love Spinda's just constant I'm about to fall over look. I'm not saying they'll never bring back Looker, but I just think that it's not really a priority that they do that.
Emma and Mimi? Who the fuck's Emma and Mimi?
I also do not recognize these names. I know about, fucking lady from Battlefront tier that got, memory loss and became, whatever.
Did you? No, I did not play XY post game. That was so long ago.
I did not.
I was just a little, a baby kid. I was a snot-nosed little teenager that wasn't good at playing post games.
Yeah, I literally never play post games except in, Sword and Shield I did the entire post game. I didn't do the DLC, all the DLC, though. Emma was the Gen 6 post-game Looker story. Well, that explains why I have no idea who she is, because I never played it.
I didn't even know you could do something with I didn't even know that Looker was in that generation.
I never even took a look at him.
No, I never looked at that man.
Like Chu says about Ace Attorney, would rather they do it because they have something to tell, not because they feel like they should. That's a good point about, sequels and follow-ups and things. Is, you should do it if you have something else to say about it, not...
Yeah. I mean, I'm only gonna do, Forts 2 because I have a story to tell.
Yeah, and I'm very excited for it, and it's gonna be wacky.
It's gonna be a little silly.
Have y'all ever wondered if the, Have y'all ever, wondered about the idea, what if the Great Glass Elevator was good?
It's a lot of work, but it's really worth it.
Mm-hmm. Didn't, take them to the space and have them crash into the White House or whatever, and whatever the fuck else happened in that? I don't even fucking know. I think he was on... People say this about, a lot of things. I genuinely think Roald Dahl must have been on fucking drugs when he wrote that entire story. I think he was not conscious. The Great Ass Elevator! Woo!
I'm in Great Glass Elevator without the GL.
The Great Glass Elevator is just the sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the book.
Yeah, which has never gotten an adaptation because it basically doesn't have a story.
Mm-hmm.
The
There's
original
supposed to be
thing,
a third.
The original thing barely has anything resembling an actual arc, as you can see in both adaptations. What the story are you supposed to make out of this? But the fucking sequel just literally things just happen. They go into space
This,
and things happen, and they go back to the planet and more things happen at the end.
and the illustrations of the vermicious canids scared baby Meadow. Um, yeah, this is part of why, for example, with Fords, that you did made a very deliberate, concerted effort to actually have an arc throughout the story and have characters interact with each other and mean something. And that's why with
Yeah.
Fords 2, you're also going to
You
be.
are it is literally a story where for like half of the book you are stuck with just like a group of like 6 characters and like
They all
as
just kind of
far as
react to things that happen.
yeah, like as far as like either adaptation is concerned, like especially O5, as far as it's concerned, there's like only 2 characters in the room at any
Yeah.
given time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is just like a conjoined like
It's
Scooby-Doo
like a stealth
animation.
entity.
No, they're like a Scooby-Doo animation cell. They're all just like on the same cell together.
But yeah, this is why for Fords 2 you are also going to be like doing the idea of the different kind of genre sequel but better,
Yeah.
because you have a story to tell, so you will have a pointed effort you can put in.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
By the way, for everybody, make sure that you read Holly Perez and Ford's Golden Tour. Also read the
It's all
Christmas
about
special
guts.
after you're done. And see, you know, you did the Christmas special as well, which is when you look at the top of the AO3 page, it says Part 1 of Ford's Fantastic Fooderies, next work.
Yeah. Literally, when you finish reading the last chapter, it says, like, this is the first part of this series. Read the next one here.
Yeah. Gosh.
Every time
yeah.
I'm tempted to just say fuck it and hit the earthquake button.
Then you kill me.
Fuck it, end it all.
Gosh. But yeah, like, back to Pokemon for a bit.
Wait, we talk about Pokemon?
Yeah. You can't remember?
Huh. News to me.
Generation 10, I just really hope. I'm not expecting like a big like anniversary game. I think they are just going to release new games. Like that's
Yeah.
just like going to be what happens. Is like it's not gonna be.
I mean, they might have like, oh wow, we've put the fucking Gen 3 games onto Nintendo Switch Online. So now you can use
Which will
online to
then-
trade.
Which will then be very outdated because then the Switch 2 is gonna come out. This is gonna be. I feel like Gen 10 has a very real possibility of a like black and white situation where it like comes out, or like black 2 and white 2 situation where it comes out after the like 3DS was already out.
Yeah, it might be that the reason they're waiting a year is because they want to, like, they're working with the Switch 2 dev kit and not the Switch 1.
Maybe, which I mean, good on them for fucking delaying it in that case. I mean, they would have to delay it because then the like we don't know when the Switch 2 is coming out. 'Cause I think it was like this time of the year that the Switch 1 came out. And so I guess they might be aiming for like a later in the year release for the Switch 2. But yeah, like fucking Sun and Moon was the 20th anniversary of the games, and that was not a particularly special anniversary edition. Diamond and Pearl were 10th anniversary, which is crazy to think about. Huh. Gen 4, Gen 7, Gen 10. I mean, it all lines up.
Yeah, fucking like the great issue is that I have created this story in a world where people don't fucking read anymore.
Uh, everybody says I'll read it later, and they don't.
Everyone says, "Oh yeah, I'll read it later. Oh yeah, I'll read it later. Oh yeah, I'll read it later. Oh yeah, I'll read it later."
Ah. I mean, Stella, I do believe you that you will, because you did end up reading the entirety of Fords, and I commend you. You did eventually do it after you did it for, like, fuck, dude. I'm also having that issue where, like, I have had the first page of a webcomic I've wanted to read open for like 2 weeks at this point, and I keep saying, "Oh yeah, I should do that," and then I don't.
Y'all need to do things.
And that's the problem, dear, is I'm doing things and then I don't have the time to read because I'm doing other things. I go and, like, watch videos, or I work on my conlang, or I draw. And, like, I also, like, I one problem I have is I, like, feel this, like, weird need to, like, want to actively talk about what I'm reading while I'm reading it. Which is a problem because this is, like, a lot of these things that I want to read. I literally, like, solicited people for webcomic recommendations. And, like, a lot of these things that I want to read, I'm like, well, nobody I know has read this. So, yeah, I think I really need
still
to...
waiting on fucking Rory and Carmen to read Ford's holiday special.
God, it's literally got Rosie in it.
Yeah, but I don't know. They don't like. They're not like around anymore, and they don't do anything.
Hmm. I'm sad. I miss them.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're all off doing all the time.
I don't know. I don't know. Half the time it doesn't even include Lena, which is the part that's like, huh.
Hmm. Either way, I think given that I make a webcomic now, I need to start making that concerted effort to read other webcomics. I need to make that a habit. I need to finish On Borrowed Time because I started reading that. Um, it looks like Natu looked like he was about to sneeze. What's really funny is, like, I put on the list that I was like, oh yeah, comics I've already read include Slightly Damned, and then somebody gave me Slightly Damned as a recommendation. They don't know. They don't know that I, like, read Slightly Damned 8 years ago.
Do it again.
I read Slightly Damned in full in 2016, like, end of 2016. And then I reread it in, like, 2018, and then I read it again in, like, 2021. Around one of those times is when I set up the Slightly Damned Out of Context account that I then ran out of posts for. I've literally made tons of fan art, sometimes literally. Hee-hoo. Yeah, I haven't done much fan art for it in a while, though. Once again, I get this fucking, like, I wanted so badly to make something for the 20th anniversary, and it's about time for the 21st anniversary, and I fucking missed it.
Oops.
2 weeks, March 14th. Slightly Damned turns old enough to drink.
Yay!
I mean, the thing is I was inspired for the idea. I just could not find the time to draw my idea because I think I, like, had commissions and shit. Like, that's my problem, is I feel like for as much as I dedicate entire days to personal art, I also, like, can't do it for some reason. It'll be, I'm going to, like, force myself to have a bit of a break when my current commission queue ends. And then I'll probably open up again in, like, April. Which seems reasonable to me. I think that's the plan, is, commissions are going to open up again in April. I really can't remember if I've done a commission opening in April before.
Doesn't
I have like
matter.
tendencies with when I open commissions, it feels like. Hang on, I need to analyze this.
I am going to open my window because it's a bit warm in here.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Ah!
Peppa. How's it feel?
Better.
Yummy! See, I have like... Let's see. This doesn't say when my... Does it say? Edit. Final version history. See version history. Mart... Oh wait, no, there's... That's the current version that I just opened just now. Okay, so I did do an April commission opening before, way back in 2022.
Okay, bye-bye, Mew.
I did
Bye-bye, have fun, don't
Oh, bye-bye!
die!
Gosh, back when I had to fucking limit my commission openings to just selecting like 6. I selected 18 commissions for my current queue.
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I remember when like 8 commissions was like a big one. Yeah, just like I feel like I have tendencies to like... I always seem to open commissions sometime in about January. And also in like September. I feel like I typically open commissions like once a season.
Uh-huh.
I open commissions like four times a year basically.
How frightful, she says.
That feels like something Fords would say. She'd say it like, "Oh, how frightful."
Gosh.
Um,
Johnny, get
yeah.
in here.
What? Oh, Johnny, right. Also, yeah, a Centaur. So, like, a Centaur, I have a very real possibility that I can get your commission done just, like, straight up just tomorrow.
Maybe.
And after that, I will have 5 commissions left, and I've got, like, a whole month. So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yeah, Centaur, I typically finish icons in, like, one day, unless I'm, like, feeling particularly, like, tired. Icons are pretty easy. In fact, that's why I kind of counted them as like half a slot when I was selecting my my commissions, was because like shading is like not like trivial, but like I can do it. I can do a shaded icon in a day. I hesitate to like participate in like grind culture, but sometimes I do feel like I just like gotta get that hustle in me. You know what I mean, dear?
I'm the hustler.
I genuinely feel like you are. But you are able to like draw a lot faster than I do as well. Yeah, momentum. Like, I feel like I need to, like, build up more momentum for my art, because it really does kind of feel like I've been stuck in the mud a bit on my, like, commission queue and ode things.
Oh, that was good, Stella. I smiled.
It's
not very casual.
Never apologize for a joke.
Well...
I will grab you and kill you.
Well... I think
Only apologize if we tell you to.
Yeah. I don't need that.
I gotta, like, think about... If I draw every day, I can burst through, but if I stop, then I just, like, bedrot for a long time. You know, you see, the thing is, for me, is that I feel like am never, it is never the feeling of I don't want to draw. It's the feeling of I don't know what to draw. And typically the I don't know what to draw feeling is I have too many ideas. I don't know what to dedicate my time with.
Oh my god.
That's what happened to me yesterday is I had like idea paralysis. And then I
You
ended
made a
up like
lovely lady.
I did make a lovely lady. I didn't finish the picture of her, but I did make her. Um yeah, there's like some trades that I owe people. I still need to make a new talk sprite. I wish I was more capable of doing like small doodles. Like I always look at like how Judy does like sketch pages and I'm just like, damn, dude. Sometimes I wish that I could just like so cleanly put together little itty bitty sketches like she does, but my style just never feels.
Put yourself on a dang timer. You need to train. It doesn't just
I
happen.
guess. It's just like when I do art fast, it doesn't look good. And I like I don't know. My style feels so.
What part of practice do you not understand?
Yeah, true. You are exactly right, dear. Yeah. Luckily, I've been able to keep on the ball with Moonchaser, though.
Get on the ball.
Another worry I have when I like that keeps me from reading webcomics sometimes, though, is like, what if I like really like this webcomic and like it becomes my like new obsession? And like I can't afford to have a new obsession right now, but I shouldn't be afraid of that. Dear,
Hello.
since it's a rest day for me today, I think I want you to hold me to reading webcomic today.
Okay.
I really want to read Hachimitsu.
Okay. Do it. Do it, bitch.
Yeah.
Heard you wouldn't. Heard you fucking wouldn't. I start hitting you. Heard you wouldn't. Heard you fucking wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ew.
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 Huh?
Ew. Ew.
Huh?
It's
Worm.
so cool. A worm. Worm.
And normal now.
It's so cool. Worm.
Nope. Normal now.
Huh?
Aw.
Aw. What? Aw. What?
And scene.
I'm gonna start though, like while I'm on stream, I'm going to just like quick set things up for the TUS page.
Yay.
I forget, did you say TUS or TUS?
I think it's probably tuss more than anything.
TUS.
Yeah,
Tussy.
yeah, exactly. They hate their tussies.
They're a big old tussy.
I think we need like one more loop, maybe.
Gosh, I am going to just like rename these to Bunite, Sacram, Injigato.
And I feel like you could just have like one page, it's like the usual suspects, and then just have different like sections on it.
True. But then like... But like... I mean, I guess I could.
then,
I'm just like trying to think because like I thought it would be like I think it'd be less like really nice if you could like do it select it like in like the NFL or like Marshmallow Fluff pages, you know?
yeah, but then there's also so much overlap between
Well,
them.
yeah, there's a lot of overlap with like Marshmallow Fluff too. It's just if you want to look at every image that has Gato in it, you go to that page, and if you want to look at every image that has Sakaram in it, you can look at that page, and you know it will be overlapped, but like it would be overlapped if I did it on the same page too. And like also if we wanted to do a page with the usual suspects, how would we also include like the villains? Unless we just
You just
did.
have a separate page for the rogues gallery.
Yeah, but like I think that's the point at which I just like to do individual pages for all of them, you
But so
know.
many of them just have like one. They'd be such
Chug.
anemic pages.
Well, then we gotta get on it. I don't know. I guess I could do like one big page.
There are people talking outside of my window. Can you hear other people on my mic chat, or are they like way too far away?
I had no idea. I couldn't type because I was fighting a monster. Is really funny.
Horror protagonists say this.
God. Worm.
Wow.
Huh? It's literally just like the vocal noise equivalent of.
True.
So once again, had somebody assuming perma on something that is not indicated in any way.
Yay!
Your
Who did it
standard
this
thing.
time?
Somebody on DeviantArt, I didn't even read their username. It was just like a jumble of text. Their username is my ass burns 69 69 69 69 6.
Cool.
Nobody we know.
Yeah, I just mean like what, like who did it? Like what image did it?
The commission I did for Varen.
Huh?
Yeah. It's just like fascinating because all I said in the description was I do not know how you're gonna fit through that door, and again, just people just pull perma out of it because whatever.
Because that's the default.
That's the default. Yippee! Ding 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 ding.
Oh, I win the prize!
You win the prize. You figured it out. Anyway, should we get to questions?
Sure.
We got a hard hitter as this first one, just to prepare you, dear. From Anonymous, what is your favorite cheese?
Mozzarella. Well, that's like general usefulness. When used to like best effect, I think my favorite is like pepper jack because I like having some spicy on my sandwich. But in terms of general utility, it's Mozzie.
I feel like sometimes I have textural issues with mozzarella. When there's like
That's
too
okay
much
because
mozzarella.
you have textural issues with everything, so that's okay.
I like cheddar. I really like cheddar in American. I'm a basic American bitch. I quite enjoy a good cheddar on a burger. I quite enjoy a good American cheese on a burger and whatnot. I'm like assuming like what is your favorite cheese? This is not like what is the best cheese you've ever had? Like what is your favorite cheese to like put on things? That is
Yeah.
like how I'm interpreting this. Welcome back, Samaja.
Of course. I don't think that was ever really up to debate.
Yeah, because like if it's like the best cheese we've ever had, then it's probably at least one of the options that is immediately coming to my head is the La Catrina queso.
Guys.
But like, yeah, no, I can't get La Catrina queso. I like saying it like that. I can't get that queso just anywhere. I was having a nice McDonald's meal. Sorry, I was having a nice McDonald's meal until the cardboard French fry holder gave me a paper cut, and now I'm angry and vengeful towards society.
This is your origin story.
Step 1, Ronald.
Step 2, Donnie.
Get his fucking ass.
Light screen,
I will also say, like, I really like cheese curds. That's not a kind of cheese. That is a dish that uses cheese, but god fucking
That's not a
damn,
question,
dude,
but the
do
Dutch
I
did
like...
it anyways.
Look, I use the questions as a springboard to talk about things, you know?
I was making a Bill Wirtz quote.
Oh, fuck!
I said that's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyways.
Oh, right! I remember it now, I get it now. I understand! I get it!
Yay!
Well, what about y'all? What's your favorite cheeses? To everybody here who's listening.
The cheeses for you Mises.
Mises cheesed. My favorite images of all time. This is right here. I'm gonna post this fucking Tumblr link because I just found this really good post.
Alright. Take a peek. Okay. Rip to the VOD viewers who are just gonna have to like type in that whole ass link.
VOD viewers, you gotta work to experience that joke.
VOD viewers, you gotta fucking earn this shit.
It is an exercise for the VOD viewer.
It's really
I'm too
good though.
white, I will just eat cheese. I mean, I'm like pale as a fucking ghost and I'm
You're a
picky about my
vampire,
cheeses. Yeah, I'm a fucking vampire. I eat garlic and it hurts me.
It hurts.
Oh, it's so spicy. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, it's me.
No preference, cheese is cheese. Like, that's the thing, is like, I love cheese, but I definitely have a limit on it. I feel like things with too much cheese on them can get very gross as soon as the cheese gets like a little bit cold. But it's like if there's like a lot of gooey, melty cheese and it's like freshly gooey, I will like love to eat it. I will slightly burn my tongue to eat it, but like there's a point at which it's also like too hot.
I'm not
Yeah,
picky.
vampire. What?
I'm not picky.
Yeah, Viola is not picky. She will eat a lot of things. I'm very picky. I won't eat a lot of things. To be honest, it's not that divorced from people generally eating spicy food like peppers. Oh, this thing is evolutionarily designed to burn my mouth if eaten? Bet. Yeah, no, that's me as a vampire. You say I don't have a good spice tolerance, dear, but when I'm a vampire, I eat garlic, and that shit's spicy.
Well, then you should be like coughing and hacking the entire time. That's what happens when you eat spicy food.
I definitely experienced you experiencing that.
But I was brave, dude. I was strong.
You braved it even though it was actively hurting you.
Yeah, no.
That's what you lived for.
I like strategized my way through it, and like the second batch was way easier than the first. It was great.
To be honest, I'm also picky. I won't eat anything the French have cultivated with mold. I mean, cheese is just mold, isn't it? Like, cheese is, like, not... Like, there's, like, more moldy type cheeses, like blue cheese or whatever, but, like, cheese itself is, like, a curdling of, like, milk, you know? That's why you have aged cheeses, because, like, they do that. They do that
They
shit
do
to
that
it.
shit.
Uh-huh.
They're in that shit. He's dripping with
Yeah.
perspiration.
Dripping with cheese.
With cheese-puration.
Anyway, also just as a reminder, now that we're actually doing the questions, to go up top to that thing I pinned, to go to that link, submit things that you might want us to talk about. Doesn't have to be a question, can be a topic. Anyway,
It can be a top.
it's just butter that underwent a chemical reaction after milk underwent a chemical reaction. Don't think. Oh yeah, no, it's not a mold as in like it's fungal, but it's like it is technically like
But
a
it
byproduct.
is fun, gal.
And I'm gonna delete that because I think we're done talking about cheese.
Yeah.
Here's the next response from Violet Heart. What would you say is the best sports event / game that you've seen, and what was the worst?
I mean, we've barely been to any together.
Yeah, so we we have been to a Reds game early in the season last year,
That was very fun.
and a high school football game at
Yeah.
in terms of like physically being there, the Reds game was like the most fun. The Reds game is, as much as the Reds like aren't a great baseball team, like the city of Cincinnati loves them, and being amongst everybody in Cincinnati loving them is like it was an experience.
Yeah,
It was
this
a
is
lovely
how
experience.
Bakersfield feels about their Blues.
Like literally, we just got to experience the Bakersfield Blues in this universe.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But we also like took a picture of the guy who had like the long double-barreled last name, and I'm like, that's literally what they do to Chad's name on the fucking like jumbotron. Chad Mahoney Steinbrenner's. I think his name was like Encarnacion Strand or something like that.
Encarnacion, yeah.
Encarnacion Strand. I think on his jersey he has one name, but they list his full name on the jumbotron.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst, like, not a game that I was, like, present for, but, like, the worst sports experience that I just, like, even sat through from the comfort of my own home was that god-awful Giants-Bengals game that they put on prime time for some reason.
Oh my god, that was one of the most boring games I've ever seen.
Yeah, it just sucked. Nothing fucking happened that whole game.
God. I will also say that like that fucking Lions Commanders playoff game like genuinely just like was upsetting.
I didn't even
I feel
have
like
the
that
TV
shouldn't-
on.
Yeah, I literally turned the TV off after like one of the interceptions. Like fucking like I feel like that doesn't count as bad though, because like that was like a playoff loss. Like that was like I think still good football was played. It just was a playoff loss. It was like a playoff loss for my team, so it's just kind of it was saddening because of that. But like in terms of like worst quality game that I've ever watched, it's hard to like remember.
Because at least like stuff like the fucking Go Girls Give Us Nothing, like 0-3 was like the Vikings Raiders or whatever. Like at least that's funny because like you feel the excitement of like, oh my god, is there going to be a 0-0 tie in modern football? Like there's that like kind of excitement factor going towards it, but for just a crappy Giants Bengals game, I was like,
It's like bad at even being boring. It's just like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, did we watch that Chicago-Seattle like 6-3 game?
Was it a primetime game?
I'm pretty sure it was. Hang on. I typed in Chicago-Seattle and it was giving me flights. This is December 26th.
I mean, we are going to hopefully do that eventually.
Eventually, someday.
If our friends ever, like, escape the crystal.
Uh-huh. 8:15 p.m. on December 26th on Prime Video. Which I think means we
Oh,
also watched it on Twitch.
Yeah, Thursday night game, then I would have been focused on D&D instead, so I was spared.
Yeah, no, I think I was like, I had it, since it was on Twitch, yeah, I'm remembering it now. I just like had it open and I was just like, I wasn't like glued to the screen because, oh my god, it was Chicago, Seattle. How could I have been? In terms of like best, I'd say that Seattle Detroit game,
That was
where they
pretty
did
exciting, yeah.
that was like, after being worried about Detroit kind of being very like stuck in those first 3 games, they like did not play their best apart from that overtime drive against the Rams. That Seattle Detroit game felt like the first game where they actually like let loose and showed like who they were, which was pretty nice. And then they went and like embarrassed the Cowboys on like live TV. Yeah. Although they did lose Aiden Hutchinson with that as well, which was like a bittersweet sort of thing. But also, fuck the Cowboys. I will always take any chance to laugh at the Dallas Cowboys, you know. Other than that, I'm like trying to think. That Tampa Bay Falcons game as well, where Kirk Cousins threw for 5 million yards. And it ended in like overtime. That was a pretty good game. That was like another Thursday game. He threw for 5 trillion yards.
Oh, one
first quarterback to ever throw for 5 kajillion yards.
We invented a
Kirk Gillian.
One Kirk Gillian.
I feel like that's the kind of number that'd be spelled with like a Q, like Q-U-I-R, like Q-U-I-lians. Gosh, I'm looking at like the games and I was like, man, the Raiders really fucking beat Baltimore in week 2, huh?
And the first 2 weeks are just like, you're in like another dimension for the first 2 weeks of the regular season.
Given how many non-starters play in the preseason, the first 2 weeks of the football season might as well be preseason for the starters. Also, that Washington-Cincinnati game where there were no punts and, like, no turnovers. And, like, that's the first game in, like, 60 billion years that it's had that. The sad thing about Cincinnati last year is they played in so many great nail-biter games and always lost them.
Yeah.
Like, they lost 26-25 to the Chiefs in week 2, 38-33 in week 3.
I was gonna say, what fucking happened, what we ended up seeing there in the Super Bowl was that the fucking Chiefs, they lost their voodoo doll that they were poking to make the fucking Bengals take all of their close losses.
I think it'd be so funny if, like, the Bengals do better than KC somehow next. That is, like, specific wishful thinking, but it would be really funny. They lost their voodoo doll. Like, the thing is that, like, when Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl against the Rams, I'm pretty sure they beat KC.
Gosh.
Patrick Mahomes has not done worse than a championship loss. He has always made it to the playoffs and either always made it to the Super Bowl or the championship, and that's fucked. Yeah. Somebody needs to kill him.
Oh, okay, here I go. Assailing him with my mind beams.
Assail his, like, knee with your mind beams so that it's like, he's just like... They have to bring out Carson Wentz or whatever his name is. Also, yeah, I'm, like, looking at, like, Cincinnati's games. Actually, yeah, I literally was, like, one of the game, like, teams we were keeping track of. 38-41 loss to Baltimore, and then later a 34-35 loss to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
38-44 loss against the Steelers. Bruh. Of course, then they won their last 5 games to end the
Yeah, they
season.
went on a tear.
It's just if only they could have won like one more of those games early on, they would have been 10-7 instead of 9-8.
Uh-huh. They should
Alas,
have been a contender.
instead they were a burnt tender.
They
You
were
know, like a
chicken.
burnt chicken tender.
The chicken. Deer.
Chicken.
Deer.
Yeah.
The chicken.
Uh-huh.
The chicken.
The chicken.
Yeah.
I think we got so spoiled by like the NFC North this year. There's like no way any of them are gonna improve or like do equally as good. The Lions are
They are
not going
all
15-2 again.
regressing. All 3 of them are fucking regressing.
The thing is that a regress, like if they regress, they could still do good. It just would be worse because they did not have their fucking whatever magic was in the North.
And not Chicago.
Chicago is the furthest south of the NFC North.
They didn't get blessed by the Aurora.
God. Like, I'm predicting, like, given how tough the Lions' schedule is in 2025, I'm predicting probably like 11-6. Anywhere between 10-7 and 12-5, I think, is what I'd like expect. Given, but I also don't know exactly how many people they're retaining. You know, of course, they will have to make cuts for their roster, and they will have to, you know, trade people. They will be getting people in the draft. So, you know, it'll be tough seeing who they have to cut. Because they did have a pretty good roster, and you know, once the defense heals up,
right? As long as they don't all fall over and die next year, maybe there'll be something for us. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think we've sufficiently answered that question and gone off on a tangent.
Yippee!
So let us, question from Mew. Alas. Mew left a million years ago. This is so sad. I feel like we might have gotten a question similar to this, last time, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. What are your favorite games that don't lend themselves to being streamable?
Any Switch game, because I don't have a capture card.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's like a lot of RPGs that I'd like for us to play, but they take so goddamn long that, you know, we're going to be starting Okami, and then after that, like, you know, who knows when we'll be able to do like a big long form game again. It's not that they necessarily aren't streamable, because we've done plenty of RPGs, but you know, it's less about it being like a streamable content and more about like just being able to spare time to stream it, you know. Let me think. I have like a document of like games that I've played. Hang on.
It's really funny. 3-Foot Johnny just does not contribute to this fight. Like, everything quad resists him.
God.
3-Foot Johnny is just sitting there. Rapid spinning.
Literally just sitting there. Shrug. I've streamed a bunch of my favorite games. Clubhouse games, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, That wouldn't be very streamable. It would just be you
There's-
losing at chess.
This 3-foot Johnny evolved into 4'11" Jeremy. Unfortunately, this is as tall as he gets.
Don't ask where the third foot is.
Put it somewhere else. Super Lesbian Animal RPG is also one of those games that's not particularly streamable just because we've both played it and know the fuck out of it, so there'd be nothing like new to react to.
Showcase it. And just to
I mean,
remember
yeah,
the
we could-
dialogue.
You know, I did showcase Cairo too, so like we could easily do that. Okay, never mind, I take that back. Clubhouse games is probably my answer, but I really like Clubhouse games. It's just not particularly streamable.
Detect. I mean, I guess it's better than focus energy. Fighting type protect. I don't know why they made a different move for this.
Detect? God, who knows? Imagine if you have both protect and detect on one Pokemon.
Right?
Anyone else pronounce Slarpy as Slarpiga? I used to say Slarp-G, not Slarpy-G.
It's my
Slarp-
Slurpy G.
I should call her a super lesbian the way she slurp on my G.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. Tragically, I'm gonna have to do another loop because you two just barely don't have enough experience to be up to snuff. But before that, I got a BRB, I got a puppy, I gotta feed and stuff real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
I will be back in a bit. Ah!
Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. I normally say SLRPG and forget the fucking A. Yeah, Super Lesbian RPG. I mean, the thing is that that's like not even like a incorrect name for it. It's just missing the animal part. Beankes? No E. He. What word can you like remove from SRPG and it like is like funnier? Like you could remove the lesbian part. It's a super animal RPG and that becomes just any furry RPG. You could make it like LARPGs, so you remove the super part. The lesbians are not particularly special. We already talked about removing the animal part. Just any of the words in role-playing game. Just GTA 5? God. Yeah. Yeah. Ba 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 boo ba ba. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. Ba ba da bum 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 ba da bum. Also left a couple of questions. Yeah, no, we're just like getting them in turns, Amaja. There were already a bunch before you, so it's we will get to your questions. It will just be in a bit. Yeah. You know, like it is a Google Drive and I'm working from the beginning to the end. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to delete news question. Next one. That is a pretty good question. It's a pretty good quality question. Honestly. So how's everybody's day been? Like, genuinely. Fucking love the new Monster Hunter. Nice. About to play round D&D. Nice. I'm gonna just eat this delicious D4 7800 GTX graphics card in the meantime. Nice. Woke up and played 20 minutes. Friday night, McDonald's got blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. Yee 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 yee. Welcome back, Ease. Viola's taking care of the doggy right now. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Apple, apple.
Hello, Beppo.
Hello. Oh, Wanda. Oh, Baba?
Hi.
Hi. How do you...
I love you.
Okay, we're gonna have to do another loop.
Alas. Well, that's fine, because we have more questions to answer.
Yippee! Then please.
Alright. Hang on, I found something. I gotta put it in. No, I'm gonna put funny stuff to be safe. Anyway, I don't think Alas is in this game, which is sad. Shakes head disapprovingly. All right. This question comes from Rose/Queen of Glitch, and it is one that will probably be very quick to answer.
Oh boy.
Have y'all played Cassette Beasts and/or Beastie Ball?
I have not. I watched someone sparingly play a bit of Cassette Beasts way in the past. I like that there's a Shweeby in it. But
Hoodie string is stuck in my chair somehow.
okay.
I genuinely don't know how that happened and why it's so stuck. What? What the fuck? You keep talking.
No, it's just I mean, there's really not much to say. I have not. They kind of look interesting, but I don't know, like, if I would find the battle system compelling in either.
I have seen a lot of my friends really getting into Beastie Ball.
The Beastie Boys.
And I've seen a little bit of Cassette Beasts. I think both of them would be interesting to play because if I remember right, they are both like monster collecting games.
Yeah.
Is there a fat guy who talks about how cool technology is at the beginning of the game? Or at the beginning of this game?
I don't think so. It's not mainline.
Yeah, alas.
It's
Yeah, anyway,
scary line.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's really all we can say about that question. There's like not much to discuss because I haven't looked into either game very much. I just know they're monster collectors. So let us go to the next one.
Yippee.
Tex!
Wow.
Have y'all tried any Souls-likes, and if so, did you enjoy any of them? No.
When I was a little dumb stupid baby, I played a bit of Dark Souls on, like, Xbox 360, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. I think I am very bad at video games, and thus would not be able to do it.
I don't like banging my head against enemies.
Mm-hmm. It's a very easy way to just... You see, that is something that prevented me from even playing Pseudo Regalia. Is I do not have the brain function to play Pseudo Regalia without getting frustrated, so... Unfortunate.
Very sad.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's about it for that question as well.
So
Ooh,
many of our questions are just like, oops.
St. Patty has 3 questions.
Wow.
One of them I probably can't ask here.
Oh.
So, 2.
Okay. TOS.
It's about kink stuff, so it's the kind of thing that we probably just like shouldn't talk at like that on Twitch. But anyway, the first one, what piece or pieces of media do you like and wish they had more recognition? Solitarobo.
I mean, Little Tail Bronx as a whole, I feel like it's absolutely criminal that the furry community sleeps on Little Tail Bronx.
It is absolutely criminal that, like, furries are not all over this fucking game. That it's like a subset of furries who know about it. Hi, Stella.
Hello.
I mean, yeah, that's like my top answer for it is Little Tail Bronx needs more attention.
Yeah.
It needs more attention, and I wish that the only current thing that was coming out wasn't Fuga. I wish something.
I wish Fuga 3 wrap up the story already so they can make a second game.
Yeah, I wish them I want a more, like, overall lighthearted story like Solitarobo and Tail Concerto. I want a story that does not look brown. Like, that's the thing about Fuga, is, like, the aesthetic is just very, like, brown.
It's very Sendercore.
It is pretty like centercore, but like even then, it's like I don't like the fact like I don't mind like young characters in games. You know, they can be done well. I mean, Red is 17, L is like 15, Chocolat is like 14 or 13 or whatever. Of course, anime ages are like 5 years younger than they really seem like they should be, but you
Yeah.
know, whatever. Like, but like, I am just like not a big fan of Fuga's setup where it is like the oldest kid is 12. Like, I don't know. And like, the main thing is like, oh yeah, sacrifice them to the child killing canon if you want, if you dare. Like, it's just, Fuga feels so bleak. I know that I'm probably reducing it down a lot, but I don't know. It doesn't capture me like Solitarobo and Tail Concerto did.
It's tonally opposite of the rest of Little Tail Bronx.
Yeah, and it is like tonally not what I want.
Yeah.
It is. It's. I'm sorry because I know Draga is probably still watching, and Draga really likes Fuga. Um, but I'm sorry, I just have to disagree if you do hear this. Like, I'm just like sorry, it's like too bleak. It is. It is like. I know that there is like hope in it because of course it is a game with protagonists who win, but there is a vibe to Fuga that just feels inherently more bleak and hopeless compared to Solitarobo. Solitarobo is like, if for anybody who did watch our playthrough of Solitarobo, you'll find that Solitarobo is not like it's like not dark at all. Solitarobo's got some fucked up moments in it, but
Yeah.
from the get-go, Solitarobo's a lot more lighthearted. And a lot, like... Yeah, that's the thing, is like, Fuga's almost like too sad in tone from what I know about it. Anyway, the answer to the question about what media we wish got more recognition is just Little Tail Bronx in general.
Yeah.
Find
Please.
yourself a Solitarobo ROM, find yourself a Tail Concerto ROM, and play Fuga if you dare.
If you dare.
Solitarobo is one of the chief inspirations for Moon Chasers. So,
If you
if
wanna
nothing
understand
else,
Moon Chaser, understand Solitarobo.
yeah, if you want to see where a lot of the DNA of Moon Chaser originates, it is Solitarobo. I wish I could say Skies of Arcadia too, but Skies of Arcadia is like a retroactive inspiration.
But also, dear, you are still writing Moon Chaser, so
Yeah, I'm still
actually it
writing Moon
is.
Chaser,
And
and
you are still designing locations in it.
yeah, like, and also like I'm also literally experiencing Skies of Arcadia as well. So like, through like a friend playing it every Wednesday. Um, it's the Skies of Arcadia, I guess, would be another answer. As much as like we haven't even like gotten close to the end of it, but like Skies of Arcadia deserves more attention as well because it does so much. I think like the best thing that I can like just like say like out of it, other than just like Skies of Arcadia's got like character writing on par with what I want to do with Moon Chaser
Alright.
in terms of like the detail and dynamics. And also Skies of Arcadia has like insane, like, for a Dreamcast game from 2000 ported to the GameCube, like it has got insane character like model like animation and character acting that like blow a lot of modern games out of the water. Like,
Wow.
it is... Skies of Arcadia fucking rules. Basically, Skies of Arcadia is what if, like, Moon Chaser was not in the 1920s and instead, like, was, like, in the golden age of like pirates, you know,
Gosh.
which I don't really know what era that would have been, but like there's definitely a more pirate vibe than a pilot vibe in Skies of Arcadia. The ships are all
Wordplay.
designed to look like pirate ships. They're pirate ships and war vessels rather than like, you know, my versions of airships, which are more inspired by Solitaire Robo. And also like whatever Sender wanted to cook up with designing it. The Moon Chaser does look like a little quirky, and it's because Sender designed it.
Because it was returned to sender.
Um. So the second one from St. Patty. Are there any ideas for characters or scenarios that you really liked but you had to scrap for one reason or another?
What did they say?
I mean, Are there any ideas for characters or scenarios you really liked but had to scrap for one reason or another? You do have like a bunch of like tabletop characters that from games that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. That's my, like, curse. I live in the fucking forever GM crystal.
Yeah.
And I want to make characters and I want to play characters, but actually nobody else can run a game but me. Actually, I'm the only person in the world that can run a tabletop game.
God. And Sender's too busy.
Uh-huh.
And Lena only wants to run funny games.
Yeah, Lena only wants to fucking have the games which are just like sex, but I don't want that.
Yeah. I love you, Lena, but also, yeah, like that is something I have noticed about your your settings. Is yeah. I mean, for me, a lot of my previously scrapped characters and ideas have been revived lately. Moon Chaser was a scrapped idea that got revived thanks to your interest and like motivation for me, dear. Indigato was a effectively scrapped character that got revived. Fucking even more like level of like scrapped rather than disused was phase 1 came from a scrapped Moonchaser character design that we repurposed into a Usual Suspects like hero.
Yeah.
And similarly, Mystique was also a scrapped character concept that I had that we reworked heavily into her. And so like that's the thing, like I'm realizing that like a lot of characters from way back when I can revive. I feel like there's very rarely been like straight up scrapped designs. I try to at least finish out designs even if I don't end up using them. There's like still a lot of disused characters I have.
Uh-huh.
Like for example, I'm already prepping that like when we start our Fabula Ultima campaign after we finish Humblewood, I will be also bringing back a character that I designed and did nothing with back in 2022. And you'll probably see I'll probably post him when I like finish updating his design. Because we gotta wait for everybody to get together, decide on the
Yeah, you
decide on
have
the
to
setting.
before you. The game is quite clear that before you determine the type of characters you want to have, you need to determine the type of group you want to have.
Well, I think I have kept my ideas for my character vague enough that I can easily, I can easily mesh them into whatever group dynamic we decide on.
Just very afraid of characters ending up just like not like people just coming to the table already with ideas in their head. They're just kind of not compatible with each other.
I will do whatever to like, again, like my character idea is vague enough that it's fine. It'll be fine, dear. I think. I hope.
I fear. I fret.
Oh,
I am
Pettigrew.
fraught with fears.
Um, yeah, that's like the thing with me is that like a lot of my quote unquote scrapped characters are just kind of just more disused characters. Scenarios, I also don't really know. That There's mostly just like, well, those are undrawn ideas that I had for a long time that I never drew. So shrug.
And if I haven't drawn it, it's because I forgot. I could not like remember what it was that
I mean, the phrasing
could
of
then
like
recount to you.
scenarios, the phrasing of like scenarios is like a little weird for me as well. Because like I'm just like not quite sure what counts for that. I definitely have scrapped like unfinished pictures that I don't think I'll ever return to, but I don't know if that's a scrapped scenario.
Shrug.
I'm like looking through stuff, and it's like shrug,
Shrug.
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 I have been like getting better at like actually putting some things to paper that I've been meaning to.
Alright.
So like I have been doing too well to really answer this question very good.
You're welcome.
um some of the early concepts behind Inigato when I revived him were ended up being changed. Like in terms of just like how he goes back to normal, I had a different idea starting out before me and Viola, or before Viola helped me simplify the concept to make it not so complex.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing I do often is I overcomplicate things.
I mean, well, your idea was very perma-coded.
Yeah. It was just kind of going a little too hard on it being like, oh, it's got to be like a slight ordeal to go from one form to the other, but it was a bit perma-coded, and thank you for helping me not do that, because it's, again, it's made it more interesting, and it's still an ordeal for him to go back to normal. It's just a time-consuming ordeal, you know? It is something that is still not trivial to just go back and forth between Alex and Gato, but you know. In terms of like I'm just like looking through my personal project work in progresses. I got like the marshmallow fluff performing in the rain image that I never finished, and I don't think I ever will. The problem with wanting to depict Marshmallow Fluff in their, like, prime forms is that I have to draw a drum kit. Or just conveniently crop Kendra out of every fucking image.
Erasure.
Yeah. I wanted to do a full MLB lady thing in the same vein that I did with the NFL grid. Didn't, because I also just like don't really like a lot of the designs I did for the MLB characters.
You can change them. You're allowed.
What?
You're allowed to change them if you don't like them.
Oh yeah, no, I do plan to. I just don't know if I'm going to do like a rigorous, like full-on like redesign like for like every single character. Like I'm not gonna like work hard every single like day to do it like I did with the NFL characters. I've had an idea for a while that I just like can't do because of Moonchaser, which is that I really think that it would be fun to do a Marshmallow Fluff like 4 gag comic type thing, but one, I don't think I'm funny enough, and two, I also just like need to focus on Moonchaser. I can't like spare another day of the week to work on a different comic.
I would want to make a Bunite comic if I wasn't already working on Out of the Blues.
One day Out of the Blues will end, and it will end way sooner than Moonchaser, so...
Maybe. Hopefully.
I do not think it's going to take you 15 years, dear. You also release pages. Well, like right now, I think you're at 1 page a week, but you are
Yeah.
capable of releasing pages way faster than I am.
Hypothetically, but I've been a busy
Mhm.
bee.
You've been a busy bee, and you've gone to 1 page a week because you want to focus on Fork.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so yeah, the no, it's been a different pattern every time. That one looked like it had like red glasses on. It was
That one
silly.
had little rosy cheeks.
Uh-huh.
Which is very cute.
Um, if I do make, because like I already made like one. Um,
She gets taken.
fucking I already made one Marshmallow Fluff like 4 panel, and that was just like the funny. You want to start a band? You want to make out?
Yeah.
Like comic with like Brooklyn and Kendra, which is the canonical origin for Marshmallow Fluff.
Yeah.
Is
Uh-huh.
those two having that idea?
Mm-hmm.
If I make any more, it'll probably just be one-offs like that. I'm not gonna commit to a whole like regular schedule.
Show them what for, Rory. Hella.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm just going to like send you the second question here. We're not going to answer it unless you look at it and decide you want to, but
Oh.
I don't think we will.
Ugh. Oh, dude, that's something I want to have put on Twitch.tv. Something I want to have ousted like that.
Yeah, so thank you, St. Patty. We answered 2 of your 3 questions. The third one will not be answered.
It's a
Thank you
bit
very much.
too saucy for regular Twitch. If you had asked that on like on a Picardo stream, I would have immediately leapt for it.
I am very curious what your answer is, dear, but you can just like answer that when we're done with stream or something.
Yeah.
Before. Oh wait, no. Our next one is just like a joke one.
Sad.
Which is what is the average velocity of an unladen swallow? Not an original joke. From Anonymous. Shrug. Do you want us to do the Monty Python bit? I'm going to delete that one and move on. Oh, it's Stella's question. I need to go use the bathroom really bad though, so I will
But actually, Stella, she hates you and she's not gonna read the question.
I
Very
hate
sad.
you so much it makes me piss. I'll be right.
I'm pissed out of rage. Abject cruelty. It's very sad, actually. No good, very bad streamer. She's evil. Rory, I do not mind over leveling because honestly, I feel like if anyone on this team, like, I need my funny Flygon immune to earthquake strat to have the ability to actually stay alive in fights so that Smiles can continue to use earthquake freely. So get to it.
Okay, I return. I got finished with my rage piss.
She's pissing mad.
Alright, from Stella / Cosmos, if that is even your real name. You put it in quotes. You did
Dubious.
put / in quotes.
Alias.
I forgot if this was ever brought up, but what was your first console you started playing on, and what's the first gamer moment you recall fondly? Remember being especially proud of kicking Mad Jack's ass on our hand-me-down N64 on DK64 because that's such a difficulty spike for a third boss.
Gosh. So happy for you. Now you go first.
Um, so I genuinely can't remember my exact first moment. I remember because I was born in late 2000, and so like less than a year later the GameCube released, and I do not have memories from before the GameCube, so um I genuinely can't remember if my first gamer moment was with the N64 or with the GameCube, but if I had to guess, it would probably be Mario Kart 64. And 64 is the one that I put my money on, was like my first gamer experience. But I don't really remember any game moments with that other than like so like I always like playing with my dad, playing Mario Kart 64 with my dad. He'd always pick I think I would always pick Yoshi and he would
Yossi.
always pick
Oh, that explains a lot.
Wario.
Gay people always pick Yoshi.
I was destined to be gay the moment I picked Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
He would always pick Wario because I I don't
Wario's just
know.
fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, he is. And thus, one time he had to like step away when we started a race. And so while he was just still at the start line, I just raced the entire way, and I got to like the end of the third lap, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be so sneaky! I'm gonna win instantly!"
Do you mind, bro? Okay. Whatever, dude.
So that was like one of my first moments of gamer deceit.
The gamer deception.
The thing about me is that I'm generally not good at video games, and I've never been good at video games my entire life, so gamer moments are not going to be like moments of triumph, really. They're going to evil Meadow. You mean regular Meadow?
Yeah.
Like one of my earlier memories of gaming was playing Freakstyle, or rather, I mean, I think I played Freakstyle myself, but my dad had a surgery, around like mid 2000s. And by the way, are you like done with the loop?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm gonna go try and see if I can win now.
Okay. Um, if you don't, then we just need to do one more loop of the podcast.
Yippee!
Um, but yeah, my dad had like a surgery or something, and he was just like kind of stuck at home, and so he decided to play Freakstyle and like try to 100% it, or at the very least try and like get all the tricks and unlock all the bikes, unlock all the racers. Which is probably also like the most gaming he ever did, and I remember watching him, and he like he wrote down. I think we like looked it up online, or looked in the instruction manual or whatever, and wrote down a list on paper of like all the tricks that he was supposed to do,
Uh-huh.
and like he did it. Like I remember watching him, and it was like it's part of why I have fond memories of Freakstyle, is because like that was a good like moment that we had with them.
Nice. So sweet.
Also, big Zamaja, an evil meadow would not be called a pasture. Evil meadow would be called a mire, M-I-R-E. This already exists.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and I do remember though that because Freakstyle is one of those cool video games that just like naturally includes like a cheat code input. And one of the cheat codes turns the bikes invisible. And that scared me.
No!
So I was really afraid, and I had to like yell for like somebody to like undo that.
Oh.
Yeah. It's very sad.
Very scary. Alright.
Very scary.
Alright, Cyber Dracula, after like fucking 9 hours of grinding, it's time for us to fight again. You piece of shit, where's my fucking money?
God. Crazy Frog, what the fuck do you mean? Why did you say that, Stella?
What's going on? What the fuck? This is like a completely different setup. What the hell? Also, this sucks. Why do you have 2 flying types now? I thought you had a thunder team. What the fuck is going on here? You fucking changed out your team while I was grinding.
Oh no, it's been too long. It's been like over a month. He had time to strategize too. Fuck.
Ah, god damn it.
Anybody who's played Pokemon Colosseum, is this normal? Do the NPCs learn?
Is it self-aware?
Is it self-aware?
Is this a haunted disc from a creepy little old man at a garage sale and I got it and I asked him how much for the game and he said, oh, you don't have to pay with money.
Money? God. God. Dear, I love you.
Oh my god.
God.
What the fuck happened? You had, every other time I fought you, you had 2 fucking water types that opened with a fucking thunder strat.
God.
Oh, if that happens, Sam, then, like, it's chill. Like, whatever. Don't worry about it, bro.
And the guy's
just actually really cool about it.
Maybe they change. Bye.
Bye. It's fascinating because every other time I reloaded something, like, it did not change it. That's the weird thing about it.
That is, like, fascinating.
Anyways, that's your flying types out of the way, so welcome to Earthquake Spam. It took us a bit of extra time to get here, but we got here.
Welcome to
Started
the real
at the
world,
bottom,
bitch.
but we're here. Oh, Lantern, you don't even know what's gonna fucking hit you right now, bro. Check this shit out. Oh, hella.
Let's fucking go, I think.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, there's your fucking rain dance. It's not gonna matter, bitch. It's not gonna matter, bitch. Yeah. Woo! Why aren't you dead yet? Fuck off. Aw, come on, man. Don't be like that.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Be professional.
Be
Come on.
professional about this. Alright.
Come on, man.
There. And, well, fuck it. Let's just do it again. Second verse, same as the first. Ill tidings.
Bosses changed their order of their mons except for their shadow Pokemon.
Fascinating. Anyways. Doesn't matter.
Fascinating.
Because I've got fucking 2 guys that are immune to thunder, so... Try all you want, buddy. Try all you fucking want. Get ready, bitch. Here it comes.
Is Raikou solo?
About to be. If
I see it
Smiles
with
hits. No, dang it.
I see it with my avatar's special eyes.
Right. Well. Let's maybe make it less.
Well, here's some news from the scouting combine, dear.
Yeah.
Texas wide receiver Isaiah Bond said he would break the 40-yard dash record at 4:21. Bond ran a 4:41.
Well, That'll do it. That'll
That'll do
do
it.
not it. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
there. I've laid down the save state because Raikou, I've come to bargain.
God.
Basically, all it can do against us is Shadow Rush, because I'm sure that all of its electric type moves, its other moves are electric, and we can't get hit by that. We do need to
God.
deal with Lantern, though, because of
Lantern.
that. Okay, oh, fuck, you're gonna die. Huh, you didn't die. Congrats.
Wow. Also, Matthew Stafford is sticking with the Rams after they like actually
Okay,
negotiated a
it's too strong.
contract with him.
Understood. Well, maybe it won't be too strong if...
Oh.
Maybe it won't be too strong if I instead target Lantern with Crunch instead. Maybe this will work. This is what I was missing all this time.
Apparently, though, like in the time where Matthew Stafford was potentially going to be traded, the Raiders were willing to pay him $100 million on up to $100 million on a 2-year deal.
Good lord.
The Raiders
Good
want
laird.
so badly to be a good team.
They're desperate. Right. Dang it. Alright, well, fuck it. No more Earthquake then. We don't need it. We literally don't need it at this point.
God.
Just hit you with Slam and Dragon Breath, and that'll be probably enough to get you down to low health. Because we out-level you so much at this point. Drink your lemonade, Rory. No, too strong. 75%. Also, hella fucking paralyzed too. This is the god run right here. And all it took was like 2 full streams of grinding to be ready for this single fucking boss fight. I'm gonna save a state right here, actually. There you go. Now, Raikou, I've come to bargain. Ultra Ball. Ultra Balls. And then you swap. And Amnesia probably just vibe.
So there's like apparently like a theme today of like posting clips of the 2016 or 2017 Cleveland Browns like doing good things in their like shit seasons. They
Well,
keep
okay.
like there keeps being like clips of them posted and then also followed up with
Dear.
the other team would go on to win. Yeah?
First ball.
Oh! Okay, to be fair, I was not paying attention to the stream because
Yeah, well, here, take a peek, dear. Oh, fuck, the
first
siren's back.
fucking ball.
Well, holy shit, Entei, I've come to bargain. Alright, Cyber Dracula, you big fucking nerd.
Because I didn't have the audio because you weren't streaming to me, I just like was not paying attention.
He like fucking like panicked, like he ran one way and then the other. One data ROM. Okay, the fuck does that mean?
It's one data ROM, dear. It's not hard to
A
understand.
data ROM of some sort found on Ein's desk. Cool,
A
thanks.
ROM in my Nintendo game?
Oh, hello. TM26. That contains... Earthquake! I already have that! Yeah, thanks for giving me Earthquake after I spent fucking 2 streams getting Earthquake. I can give
Yippee!
that, but Stella, if I give that to Flygon, who do I pair Flygon with? I don't have anyone that's like immune to Earthquake other than Flygon.
Another Flygon.
Holy shit.
Nobody ever expects the two Flygon strategy.
Yeah, I guess like reflect on Dallas.
Yeah, Stella says
Ex-
Meganium
oh,
resists it
except
pretty
you
hard.
have light screen now instead of reflect, so.
It's tanky and has grass. One
Yeah.
time that grass type is like actually like a good type.
Well, that's that, I guess. We did everything we could to hear? Question mark?
Shug.
Yeah, like he just like ran off and laughed. It was like, okay, cool. This game has a lot of moments like that. Oh, hello. I'm getting electronic mail. Hi. If you found any data in the lab, please bring it to the under. Okay, cool. Thanks. Oh, god damn it, that means we're gonna have to fight the fucking chaser again.
Jason Kai, baby!
Fuck
Ah!
me. Hi Raikou. Guess what, buddy? Uh, I don't want to go through hell again for your sake, so get this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab my little horn here, my little time flute. I'm gonna use it to just make you be my friend immediately, okay?
Okay.
Let's go to Agate Village. She agate on my village till I... Well, you know. You see, the thing is, I'm sure it still was, like, not good odds to catch Raikou in one Ultra Ball, even if it was at low health and paralyzed.
Yeah. Dear, you got lucky.
For the first time in my life. What should we call this Raikou?
um, Rye bread.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like
Okami.
it's really funny. Does sound like fucking Okami music. I do think it's funny that in this world we have Raichu and Raikou.
Yeah, because both just mean thunder.
Mm-hmm. But funnier is just the existence of thunder and thunders in Japanese, which is like thunders is like Jolteon and thunder is Zapdos.
God.
Anyway, Raikou opened its heart. Thank you, Wolviron, for subscribing with Prime. Oh my gosh. Subscribing for
Yay!
7 months. How goes it? Pretty good, pretty good. I got a brownie.
Oh.
I've got an brownie.
Here, it's Raikou.
Oh, Rieko.
My new bread just dropped. Alright. Let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I could do though? Um, is pairing with Johnny. Smiles plus Johnny.
Me when I see Johnny, I smiles.
Like the Smiles plus Johnny because Smiles clicks Earthquake and Johnny clicks Detect.
Mmm. Um. Yeah, maybe. For some reason, I've gotten in my head the idea of like the American Psycho business card scene, but like instead of cards, it's like new bread. Just got it out of the oven.
Gosh.
I'm trying to think of what kind
Oh,
of
right.
things.
Fucking us. I forgot we existed in this game. I need to reincorporate
Oh
us into
yeah!
the team.
Oh shit! Do you have to do more grinding?
Oh no. We are really low level, aren't we? Oh no. Ah, oh, fuck.
Who did you want? Like, are you okay with just your team as is?
I wanna. I think it'd be way more fun to have fucking. I think it'd be very funny to have this be my team.
Yeah. What?
Us and the fucking girlies.
Uh-huh. Dirigible. We still need to draw funny sweet.
Dirge of bullshit. Oh no, what do I do? What do I do?
We have here. We have 5 more questions.
Okay. I'll start training us up, starting with you.
Yay! Including the fact that you didn't answer the question.
Well, hold on. First, I
What
want
was
to
your?
check the stats.
Yeah. Okay. When you're
Because,
ready,
like,
I'll give you the question.
the thing is, you are level 41, but your stats are pretty much on par with level 46 Flygon because you are legendary. So, like, I think the legendaries you probably don't really need to grind, but us two absolutely need to grind to keep up.
Since you're already possessing people, just do the Captain Ginyu body change to a different Pokemon. God.
Oh, okay. I know how to do that. I know how to do that. I could do that just real quick.
Transfer your consciousness to the Ampharos. Possess it.
All right, let's go back to Mount Battle. My first video game console was a Game Boy Advance, I believe. And my first games were like Mario 2 and Pokemon Sapphire. And I've told this story before of little Babby Viola's Sapphire experience, like first like conscious experience in Sapphire.
I've forgotten it. Could you please tell it again?
Okay, I was doing the classic of just using my little mudkip for everything. I was
Mm-hmm.
fighting against Roxanne, and
Rocks.
yeah, and there were rocks, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that for some reason I decided that like bide was the best like move that Mudkip had. I was gonna use bide to like as my secret weapon against Roxanne, and I clicked it, and my fucking little Mudkip just like barely survived long enough to make it work to actually like unleash the bide damage, and as a result of that, um, as a result of that, I won the fight, like just with one big hit from that, which also like at the end of the fight caused my little Mudkip to evolve into Marshtomp, and I was like, whoa,
Oh,
Pokemon's so fucking
right.
cool.
Gosh. That's adorable, and I'm very happy for you. Yeah, gosh. So yeah, like you answered, like you didn't play on any video game consoles until you had the Game Boy Advance, or
Yeah, no, and wasn't until after I had a Game Boy Advance that our family, like, later on got a GameCube with Mario Party 7.
gosh. So yeah, like we started with the family consoles, but that's also because my brother and sister were so much older than me, so like they were already interested in having like an N64,
Yeah, no, we did not
GameCube.
have that because my brother is only like a couple years older than me.
Yeah, you're the second oldest of some very tightly close together birth
Mm-hmm.
years, whereas I am the youngest by 10 and 8 years. So, for
Uh-huh.
example, apparently before I was born, we had a Sega Genesis, and my brother and sister played Sonic on it, but
Gosh, Sunky.
we did not have it anymore. By the time I was born, I don't remember it. We don't still have it.
You could have been
Um,
abnormal in a completely different way. Like, let me tell you, my,
God.
like, earliest game experiences probably, or like at least like the most vivid memories that I have of gaming as a little baby was playing the Sonic GameCube games. SA1,
Gosh.
SA2, Heroes. I
Well,
occasionally even rented Shadow from like the family video.
oh, scandalous.
Yeah.
Renting Shadow the Hedgehog.
Right?
Well, dear, I mean, I do have fond memories of Sonic Heroes on the demo disc for Double Dash, so
Yeah, except I have memories of all of the levels, and you have memories of one.
a Seaside Hill, yeah. Seaside Hill and also like the grinding level, because
Rail
I'm
Canyon.
pretty sure, yeah. Like, because I'm pretty sure the demo disc offered you either playing Seaside Hill with Team Sonic or the Canyon level with Team Dark.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And so that's why, because I never got past Seaside Hill, I always thought there was like, oh, you go to different levels with the different teams. And this is like the very grungy level with the Team Dark. Wow.
If
Like, I
only.
always thought, like, Team Dark was fascinating because, like, oh, they're like Team Sonic, but not.
But
Wow.
smart.
Oh. Um, but yeah, like in terms of first console that I owned that was like mine, of course I had my DS that I
Mm-hmm.
broke and then got another one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like yeah, from like there that was like I mean, the thing is you can't really like share a DS very well. You can plug in the GameCube or the Wii into the TV and anybody can pick up a controller, but like
Yeah, I mean, you can do download play if you have more than one DS. That was something, because of like the time that my parents had to like leave for work when I was in like elementary school. Um, there would be this like YMCA led little like before school. If you arrive before the buses, you can just like vibe there for a bit. And
oh, that's nice.
I would frequently do like Mario Kart DS download play with the other kids.
Gosh. I want to say something, but it sounds depressing. Which,
Oh,
which is, I wish that I had friends when I was in
oh,
school.
magic you!
Oh,
I
I
am your
just like I
friend.
don't. Oh, oh wow, oh wow. I would have like I always wanted to do like multiplayer stuff, but none of the kids ever wanted to like play with me. They
Mm.
wanted to play with each other.
Oh, Waga.
Alas,
Oh, hey, it's
I'm not
Soa.
gonna.
Isn't that one Godzilla era?
Ah, yes, the SOA era,
Yeah.
featuring Mothra and Rudden and Ghidra. Yeah.
Uh huh. Uh huh. I understand.
Yeah, I don't want to. That's why I said I didn't really want to make it like depressing, but that was just like my reality. I'm very happy that like you could have that experience at school though.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I never really got like many experiences with download play with DS. Um, but
DS download play.
yeah, like the thing is like you can't really share like a single like DS system though because um
Yeah, no, I mean my.
like they're like personalized. Like you have your own profile on your little
Mm-hmm. Me
device.
and my older brother each had a DS.
Nice. Did
Um,
your younger siblings not have one?
I don't think they were very young, and I don't think they particularly cared.
Okay.
By the time, I mean, my little like sister, I don't think ever really was interested in any video games. But when my little brother got to the point of wanting to play games, that he just wanted to play on like the 360.
Right, yeah. Nodding, nodding.
Yeah, but I had my little DS Lite with Pearl version, and my brother had Diamond version.
Gorsh. Oh my god, I just had a thought.
Hey, Huffy.
Yeah. Anyway, pushing her away. Pushing her
Whoa.
aside. Um,
Bye.
bye-bye, Faye. Bye-bye. I pushed her out. There's no roof.
Oh no!
Anyway, don't worry. There is actually a roof. I lied. Um, anyway, going back in time to like my days playing like DS by myself in elementary school, or you know at like daycare over the summer because my parents worked jobs away from home. So
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing of my dad being a teacher. Like, oh yeah, it's summer. That's okay because my dad is also home.
yeah, you know my parents worked year round, and so they had to send me to daycare. It was between fifth and sixth grade they didn't because I was old enough that they were okay with me being home alone, but like prior to that they generally sent me to like daycare over the summer. And I would just like play DS by myself in like the free times that we had.
Nice.
Because sometimes we would go on like field trips, or sometimes we would like do things as part of daycare. But like mostly it was just like doing things, and that's like a lot of the time that I played Pokemon Black and White. I remember, I remember being so excited to play Pokemon. One of them, Pokemon Black or White, I don't remember which, on the bus ride to Lansing because we did like a fifth grade field trip where we were going on like a real bus and not a school bus with like comfortable seats, and we were gonna go on like a more than like an hour long bus ride to Lansing to
Wow.
yeah, it was so exciting, and I got to. It was like, yep, you can play on your DS, you can do whatever you want on the bus to entertain yourself. Um, so I remember
Fucking
playing Pokemon Black and White.
bro, my fucked up, twisted into evil life that I have had to live, and being the first class of kids in our like little school system that had gone from fifth grade is a grade school thing to fifth grade is a middle school thing. Um, like
Still weird to
we
me.
were the first fifth grade class at our middle school, and because of that, we didn't get to like do any of the cool shit that the other classes were like expected to do. Like I think it was like a sixth grade trip or something to like an overnight trip to Chicago. We never got any of that shit. We even when they still followed through on having us do the big like weekend trip to Washington D.C. They fucking that was perfectly timed with the government shutdown of fall 2013, so we didn't even get to go to like the Smithsonian or anything. We went to a
Oh.
fucking presidential wax museum.
Oh.
Shit sucked. sucked.
Yeah. What sucks as well is like, okay, so you did that in like 2013, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, in like '09, 2010, around that time, my brother was in like the Marines in Washington, D.C. And so we got to visit D.C. like two times, I think, and I got to go to the Air and Space Museum and I think went to the Smithsonian, but I got scared at something in it.
Oh, that's because you
I
were a little prey animal, dear.
I
Like,
was a little prey animal and they had a picture of like a close up of a mantis, I think, and I was
dear,
very afraid.
dear, I just gotta say, I think you're more sheep coated than me. I just want you to know that just somehow I am the one that's the sheep, even though you are the sheepish one.
Well, this is why I'm a bunny. This
Mm.
is why I'm also a bunny.
Honey, are you a bunny?
Yes.
Okay.
I like seriously sometimes like to think about how if we were both like in the same school somehow, I feel like we would have been such good friends.
Oh, certainly. I mean,
Hmm.
the unfortunate thing though is that it would have been very difficult for us to ever get to interact because we would have been in different grades.
Yeah. Like 2013, what grade were you in?
2013, I was in 8th grade. Or at least like fall 2013, start of 2014, and then because fall of 2014, I started freshman year of high school.
Right. 2011, 2012, I was in 5th grade, so 2012, 2013 would have been 6th grade. 2013, 2014 would have been 7th grade, and also halfway through that was when I went to online school. So I
Yeah.
never experienced
If you
public
were
school 8th grade.
if you were 1 year older than me, or 1 year older than you are presently,
Mm-hmm. If I was
um,
born in 99 instead of 2000, we would have
yeah,
basically been the exact same age.
yeah, and because the thing is, like, I had just like moved to a new school in 3rd grade. Oh, what the fuck? Spark? Really? Spark?
Spark?
Really? Fuck off. Anyways, um, anyways, I had just moved to a new school then, um, and like at the start of 3rd grade, like one of like the first things we did was like getting to know each other in the class exercise at the grade school. And like my thing for like, oh yeah, what's your interest? I said Pokemon. So like if we were in that same class, we would have like instantly, because that's how I basically made my like closest friend through grade
Gosh.
school, was through that one little like icebreaker of revealing that I was also a Pokemon kid.
What year was that?
It would have been 2007.
Oh god, I wasn't into Pokemon yet.
No!
I didn't get into Pokemon until like 2010.
What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck?
So I might not have like interacted with you right away on like that. But if we were in like the same class and like we just kind of like had like personalities that matched up, because like I did remember having some friends in elementary school. It's just often we did not like get to do things together because they wanted to do different things. But like there are definitely some of the other weird kids that I like befriended.
Uh-huh.
Mostly because they didn't make fun of me or like feel weirded out by me.
Gosh.
So I think that would have been the kind of thing where that would have been where we became friends rather than like directly bonding over Pokemon. We could have like been friends like that way because I don't think you seem like the kind of person that would have like
Well, I would have
mean to
wanted
me.
to talk to you about, like, Pokemon and fucking, like, Beyblade and stuff.
Gosh. God, what was I into in 2007?
I don't
I
know.
guess
What media did you
2008.
experience?
I genuinely don't remember.
Oh, you just sat in a room
I genuinely do not remember
honing
what
your
like my
psionic abilities.
I genuinely don't remember what my hottest topics of 2007 was.
Hot topic.
Um, so I remember there was a good while when I was a little itty bitty kid where I was into Pac-Man, and then I started getting into the Mario
Gosh, I also
games.
had like a classic Mega Man phase.
Gosh. I think what would have happened, dear, is that it would have been more in like later elementary school and like early middle school that we would have ended up friends.
Sure.
Yeah.
But of course,
Of
that
course, this
again
is.
assumes that we end up in the same classes. Because through middle school, I was in like the, advanced program.
Oh God, yeah. I don't know if I would have ended up there because middle school is where a lot of my school struggles really began.
Had you,
Well,
I,
this all also like is like predicated on the assumption in this hypothetical that we lived in the same area and went to the same schools.
of course, of course.
Which we have lived in the same areas, like our respective areas for like 20 fucking years. Like, what, it was like 17 years before you moved house. And like for me, I've been living in West Michigan since 2004. So we've lived in our respective areas for so long.
Ages and ages.
It is wonderful that we've found each other, dear, and I love you.
It's all thanks to the internet, baby!
Yippee! Man, Betachamp is just like fucking ready. Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, take care, Stella, with your tummy hurt.
Oh no! She caught it from me!
Oh, new Twitch.tv feature, the contagion.
No!
All
No.
Twitch viewers can also contagion the streamer.
Fuck!
Be careful, it streams with thousands of viewers.
Super spreader events.
Fucking COVID Twitch streams you can't even do those. There's super spreader events online too.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Anyway, I had a thought that, oh yeah, because we were talking about PayHuffy. I had like a thought that like started this that I then went on a tangent to talk about other things.
Oh,
I
okay.
just had like the thought of like going back to like my daycare days and giving myself a copy of Solita Robo and like seeing what happens in the alternate timeline.
I mean, you still got Solitaire Robo not long after its release. Like, if you had introduced me to Little Tail Bronx in, like, middle school, buddy, it would have been over for me.
Like, I got Solita Robo in 2015. At that point, it was a
Like, I was
5-year-old
on,
game.
like, DeviantArt in middle school and stuff, you know?
Yeah. So like I had like an early period of like going to like DeviantArt as like with like with my first account, and I would like
Sure.
look at things that I probably shouldn't have looked at as like a fucking 11-year-old, but whatever. I had an iPad. I was a literal I was like an
Meadow, get
iPad
iPad.
10-year-old. Meadow, get iPad. I genuinely don't remember because like iPads were like pretty fucking expensive, but I just like got one. I think it was because my uncle, who's probably got decent money, decided to get me one. But yeah, like that's like on my iPad is where I had a lot of my first internet freedom. Is when I was like looking at things on the iPad because
Of course,
the
of course.
computer was still the family computer.
Of course, of course.
And I was on DA reading stories that I probably should not have been reading, looking at pictures I should not have been looking at, but I looked at them, and that's the reason why I am the way I am today.
Uh-huh.
But like there was like a period of time where then I kind of like stepped away from it. I feel like 2012 to 2013 is such a mystery to me because like, well, no, actually no, it's not a mystery. I was playing Minecraft. No, that's the reason.
It's a Minecraft mystery.
Oh my god, dear. Okay, if we
Yeah.
had met each other in like 2012, 2011, holy shit, I would have been endlessly talking to you about Minecraft.
And I would have been so fucking jealous because I was unable to get even like $10 out of my parents to get Minecraft.
Gosh. Well, there was a kid that I did invite over to my house so that I could show him Minecraft. I could have done that with you.
Yeah, you probably would have, and I probably, in retrospect, would feel really bad because I would have cared more about being on your actually functioning computer rather than our old virus-riddled one.
Oh, you know what I'm just fucking realizing, dear?
What if you just fucking
This is a
realized?
completely separate thing.
Mm-hmm.
I realize I know when I went to acting classes.
Alright.
It's late 2011, early 2012. Because in like my first night, like in like the little like orientation for acting class, there was like a kid next to me who's also into Minecraft, and we were talking about things that were being added in like the 1.9 pre-releases.
Alright.
And we actually like got called out by like one of the instructors because we were talking during.
No! Let them talk!
So like that's the kind of shit that I would have been up to with you, dear. Is I would have been like talking at you about. I would have been talking at you because that's just kind of what I did. Was I talk at rather than talk with.
Ooh.
Um. Yeah.
This
I
spring
don't
does
remember
got an
when I
eye
did
patch.
like the actual like play. I think it was probably around 2012 or 2013. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So like that's the kind of shit I was doing around that time. I was playing Minecraft. I was in acting classes. Of course, also like adjusting to middle school. Um, yeah.
Ease, say, like, okay, you dodged Minecraft because you were in your first year of college. Let me tell you, I did not dodge Deltarune despite being in my first year of college.
Oh God.
I was on that shit. I fucking woke up for class, or like a couple hours, like, a few hours before class. I go online, I see like whole people talking in like Discord, but like holy shit, this fucking thing that Toby Fox just did. I like what? What, he's like taking like a survey for what you want like the next character in the character in the next game to look like, and then record scratch. Wait a minute, did he just fucking silently drop Undertale 2 randomly one morning?
God.
And then everyone was so fucking hyped. I
I also
seriously
like.
considered, like, I didn't know how long the game was, so I was like, man, do I need to, like, just, like, skip class today, say I was sick, and just, like, play Deltarune?
I was sick. Puts on sunglasses. God. I'm just fucking realizing that like yeah, Deltarune came out in the my senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And look at
In
us
like my
now.
final. Gosh. Man. It's like the thing is that sometimes I like to consider things that I could have done when I was younger. But I also need to account for the fact that I don't know if I was like self-aware for most of my young life. I don't know. I feel like 2016 is like the first year I like know I was actually like fully like aware of myself and how I affect people.
Before then, you were just, like, a little, like, creature. You're like a
Like in
little, you
element
were a little animal that was scuttling around on the walls.
literally that's how I was in elementary school. Is I was literally like this fucking creature that like did not particularly care about how I came across. And then in middle school, I became like a silent creature who cared way too much and was suddenly like was so like self-aware that I like didn't like socialize. And then
Oh,
2016, coincidentally, also the year that I like opened up a lot more into like the furry community and made more friends online, like more actual
nice.
genuine close friends.
And
And
in middle school, fucking, I sat next to this, like, one other person, like, the clarinet section, in band. We would, like, joke around and stuff. I fucking found, like mention of like her DeviantArt page, and I like looked it up, and she wrote like character X reader like Hetalia fanfiction.
Oh, Talia.
Yeah, Hetalia.
Oh
What
my
a blast
god.
from the past. Remember Hetalia? Remember Country Balls?
I do remember Country Balls. I've only heard of Hetalia, and I'm going to keep it that way.
Hetalia is just what if Country Balls was Yaoi?
God. Yowie.
Yaoi?
God. Slissai. Um. I am like. It's like thinking like that. Like that's the thing is like if I did give myself solo to. Okay, so 2016 is a little late. I think 2015 is probably about when I started to have that self-awareness. 2015 because like that is like the first year in which I like really like started to like experiment with what I thought of myself. That's what led to me becoming a furry in 2016. Like officially becoming a furry in 2016
Yeah,
was
I feel
my
like...
experimentation in 2015.
Uh-huh. I feel like late 2015, early 2016 is like also when I like start to actually integrate myself into the furry community.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
I'm glad that your tummy
Recovery.
hurts is no more.
Stella ingested the potion.
Mm-hmm.
The potion.
And it's not a potion of sadness and regret. It's a potion of life.
Of joy and happiness.
um. Yeah. I do wonder then, like, what, like, because, like, we talk about how we would have probably been pretty good friends in middle school.
Uh-huh.
Would we have been good friends in our, like, early online days? I mean, the thing is that we've been talking intermittently since 2019, so...
If you... If I had, like... If you had been in, like, that little, like, rinky-dink chat room that I was in, like, just when I had first adopted the name Mirror G, probably, because we would have had the shared interest of the funny stuff at that point.
Uh-huh. And, like, that is also where a lot of my closest friends were early on in being a furry, is
You would
people I could trust.
you would have experienced my webcomic era.
Oh, Poppy.
Yeah. That
I mean, I did
period of my
experience
life.
some of it, where you commissioned
That was like
funny
late.
stuff of...
That was like very late on in that arc, like when the comic was kind of already dying out.
Gosh. Either way, I mean, yeah, true.
Mhm.
Because we're talking about like 2016, 17, 18 here, I think.
Yeah.
What is our oldest DMs? Can I go and like search that? I can just like search.
Just search, you know, anything like from you, sort oldest.
Yeah, sort old.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Our first interaction was on my 18th birthday.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, because it's like, okay, so now that it's not like illegal for you to be like a part of these groups here, I'll like just drop you like a link to a server I'm in.
Right? Are you also looking at it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I first messaged you, hey, surprised face.
Okay,
Whoa.
so I think that's probably enough for today. We're gonna have to do more grinding next time around.
Alas, we thought we were out. Well, keep those questions getting submitted, everybody, okay?
Keep those questions coming. Oh.
Nice. And then you messaged me on December 2nd, 2018, and we didn't talk again until August 17th, 2019. Where you said, oh yeah, we already have a chat history here.
Oh, right. Maybe you
Said, I'll
talked
message
like
back
somewhere
when we-
else. Oh,
Yeah.
I had probably messaged you over like Twitter because you had posted art about like you'd posted about your like job. I was like, oh hey, I have the same
Yeah.
job. We
God.
were working. We had that like Drake and Josh life working at the movie theater.
I still think that was very fun, even if, like our
Yeah, I mean, highly recommend for a first job working at a movie theater.
working at it, yeah, I don't know if I would ever want to work there again, but I also know that going to that theater and asking, "Hey, can I work here again?" Probably a good chance because they all really liked me.
Gosh.
I was well liked by they like said they just like genuinely said that they were gonna like really miss me.
Oh.
And yeah, and then I haven't been back there in 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah, but like um if I wanted to go and work there again for whatever reason, I probably could easily get my job back just because they like said is like if you ever want it back, you've got a pretty good shot.
Uh-huh. Gosh.
Shrug, I don't know if I would, but like it is also like regular money. It's just the problem is the workload of it all.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why I stopped working there.
So,
Anyway,
I hope that you all had a good time. I hope that you all enjoyed yet another edition of the Slopcast. We did it! We technically finished the
yippee!
grind, which then created a secondary grind.
But you only have to train like 2 Pokemon next time, so.
Yeah, so here's hoping that'll go by a little bit smoother than what
And you
we
did
experienced
technically
before.
make game progress too.
Yeah, we beat Cyber Dracula.
And you've got all the legendary puppies.
Yeah, all these little puppies are now
Mm-hmm.
mine to command.
Yeah, you got
And
you
Rory's there
got
too.
yeah, you got 2 cats, 3 dogs, and a lizard. Yes, I know they are not dogs. I don't care. It's funnier
They're
to call them
puppy.
that. They're puppy.
They're puppy.
They're puppy.
Yes. For now, I hope that you all enjoyed. I hope that you enjoyed having your questions answered, and I hope that if any more come to mind, please feel free to submit them. This game does not look like it's going to let up on the grinding anytime soon, so the Slopcast will continue until morale improves.
Oh, thank you, Queen of Glitch. Oh my gosh. It's just on my Sona design. I got
Uh-huh.
cute little berry earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, take care, everybody. Good
Yeah, have
night.
a good day, a good night, a good week, a good however long it is until we see each other again. Now that I'm not in stomach hell, you can guarantee count on this upcoming Monday, the start of Okami.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Hopefully.
See y'all
Uh...
around!